Oh, dysfunctional. Tell me, and you dig it. Oh,
Can you dig it?
Bow, bow.
Wow.
Dysfunctional. Oh, wow.
I'm letting you do it all today. The energy is with Monique. God bless us, everyone.
I can only do impersonations of impersonations.
I don't think that's true.
So that was me impersonating Uncle Bobby from Proud Family.
Proud family.
But that was Cedric doing the guy from the Parliament, I believe. So, hello everyone. I don't know how Christine says welcome and stuff, but I am going to say hello.
What do you do, blackout every time I say it?
I just say howdy, and then...
You just don't pay attention to me? Is that what you're saying?
I pay attention. I just don't have it all memorized.
Well, just do your own.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, howdy.
Hey.
I'm Monique.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. Howdy.
Hey.
I'm Monique.
I'm Christine.
And we are the Roomies Digest. See? I be listening to you. Anyway, today we're doing something really fun. We are doing an original book tag made by our girl, Catherine.
Yeah, it's a fray.
I thought you were gonna.
Okay. Sorry.
I thought
Guys,
the energy was like deep.
I'm getting over food poisoning, so my
I'm trying to bring
whole
it.
entire life has just been derailed. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, our friend Catherine Zofre
Made this book tag called
Give a Book tag, which she made in like December, and we've been meaning to do for a while, but we're catching up to our tag videos. So
yes,
Here we
and
go.
you know there should always be a time
for games.
for games. Yes, and you know certain games, actual like games, not like games. You know, anyway,
Not a tussle.
you know, not a little. Yes, a time for
Games.
giving is what I was
Oh,
going to
okay,
say.
yeah.
Charity,
Right.
And you know, we want to give you guys
Some book recs. I'm
See
on
how
the
I
same
did that?
page.
Yes,
I'm there.
So yeah, we're gonna head straight into it. We got like a list of questions, or I guess prompts is the right word. A list of prompts.
That was like your thing. The cadence of that was your thing.
That's how I do it.
That's how you do it every time.
Wow.
See, if you practice, you can have your own thing. Maybe you should do the intro for
No,
the next 5
no,
videos.
no.
If 100 people
Wait, y'all. This is what happens. This is what happened last time. And we decided that I was
And
not...
now you're doing the outros. You're doing a great job. If 100 people like the comment that I'm going to pin down below,
Christine.
Monique will do the intro for the next 5 videos. Don't make me make it 7.
700.
No, 7 videos. 700 videos?
700 likes.
Can you imagine the Roomies Digest at 700 videos? Bum, bum,
Da 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 da
bum, bum.
da. Okay, so we got the prompts. Here we go. First one is give a book to make someone smile. We're gonna pull it at the same time, or
Sure.
okay? Mine's probably like right here.
Oh,
You didn't do that one.
I did. This was an arc. That's why I can't find it over there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Together or not together?
I mean, I'm gonna have to say
Together.
mine. Icebreaker.
Lore Olympus.
Mine's gonna pop up.
Now, I just know, you guys, if you're not sure, this is literally the best webtoon to ever exist. And now you can have it physically.
For your reading pleasure.
Yeah, but you don't even have to read it physically. Just literally go to Webtoon, download the app, and read this.
Yeah,
like, look at these
free.
images. Look at these images. They're just beautiful people. And it's really a fun story.
Yeah, why don't you tell them a little about it?
Great idea. It's a Hades Persephone thing, you know?
It's a thing.
It's kind of like the lore of that, but reimagined. But not even really reimagined. I guess yes.
Yeah, it is.
It seems pretty straightforward, but like, you know, Persephone wants to do her own thing. Her mom's kind of controlling, and now she runs into Hades, and he's doing his thing, and she's like, wait a minute, what's this thing
Strapping
we got
young lad.
going on here? And
With
it's
white
just
hair.
a fun time, and everyone's reactions in this book, and it's graphic novel, so everything is just so visual. I'm telling y'all, it's fun. Read
I'm like,
this.
do I reread it again? Okay.
This is, hopefully I didn't miss the discussion, but my work book club is doing this book
Oh, wow.
this month, and I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this.
And then Icebreaker is just a male-male hockey romance about these 2 young chaps who are in college, and they're rivals. Essentially, they are fighting for like the professional hockey league spot, and they want to be the best of the best. And in their kind of rivalry, they find love. And it is so freaking cute, dude. It's so good. The tension is there. It's a fade to black, but I don't even care because that tension is so good.
I need to read that one.
Woo, it is so good.
I can have that experience.
Yes, I actually bought it, and Stephanie
perfect.
has it.
Okay.
So she's reading it. Yeah, right now, because, you know, we got to give Steph, you know, she be giving us stuff all the time. We got to give her some stuff. This is the giving book tag, so we got to make sure the giving is there. Really enjoyed it. I was like squealing.
I know.
And it deals with mental health, which, you know, we got to have a little bit of seriousness in the romances, so.
But mostly smiles.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was having a great time.
Nice.
Woo.
All right. Prompt number 2. Give a book that you don't talk about a lot.
Oh, yeah. I loved this one. I was like, maybe that can be our original book tab. Books we don't talk about a lot.
I don't think so. All right. Ready, set, go. What did you pick?
The 20th Wife.
Oh.
By Indu
You really have never talked about that.
Well, this is an old classic of mine, really. It's a historical fiction romance about this young woman who ends up being the 20th wife to Prince Salem, who is, you know, set to be the next king. And she's like, excuse me, I'm the 20th wife? Say who? So she goes into the harem and basically takes, she basically becomes the top dog. And it's all about her journey of being like the bottom of the totem pole, being the newest girl, you know, whatever, and having to like do all these political moves to get up to the top.
Oh.
It's one of my favorite historical fiction books ever of all time, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I read it so many times. As you can see, my copy is well loved.
It's not as well loved as It looks pretty good.
I mean, and the pages are yellow, so
I
don't know if that tells you how old it is.
Was it white when you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
And it also has a second book, which isn't like as good because it follows history, so it's a little sad. But this author, I actually did just buy another one of her books that I found while I was thrifting one day. She apparently does historical fiction.
Oh, maybe I'll check that one out.
It's very historical, so if you want to read about that, then yes.
I mean,
you would probably like it. It's not a lot of romance is what I'm saying. Like, there is romance, but it's historical.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of historical, I have an icon here. I don't think I talk about this book a lot. I think I read this before I was on BookTube.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you read it before.
This is a must-read for everyone, personally.
Audiobook especially.
Yes, especially the audiobook.
Narrated by Miss Michelle herself.
Yes, it is a wonderful read, a wonderful tale, empowering, and
her whole life is just so
amazing.
Yeah, and the way she really bop Barack Obama, she was like, you think I'm marrying you? Bitch, you're marrying me. I was like, Michelle.
So yeah,
I got goosebumps just thinking
I don't talk
it.
about this book enough, but everyone, this is it. Number 3, give a book you can't stop talking about. I want to know if y'all are going to guess the book I'm going to pull out. You can't look. You guess it.
We'll give you a couple seconds to think about it. Do you want to guess mine too?
See, this is tough, but I'm going to guess yours.
I already know what yours is too. First of all, they're both romances. I know that for a fact.
Yours is a romance?
Hell yeah.
All right, that changes my answer. I'm glad you gave me that because I was going to
What were you going to originally say? All right, on the count of 3.
The original, but now, can I do the right answer or can I do the wrong answer?
Let's just do the current answer.
The right answer I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
The Bride Test.
No.
It's not the Bride Test?
You're going to kick yourself.
Ah! 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 It's not fair. This isn't fair.
I think it is.
I was actually going to say The City of Brass, so...
Also another good one.
I would have gotten it wrong.
I went with the very logical answer of a book that I literally talk about every single time we're live, which is Ice Planet Barbarians.
Not I usually have to fight for my life in the comments because I love this book a lot.
It's true.
So,
yeah,
here we are.
Yeah, you guys know these 2 books.
Yes.
We won't have to go into it. We talk about them all the time.
We do. So, there you are. Number 4. Give a book that people are going to love or they're going to hate.
Oh, yeah. I was like, which one did I pick? All right.
Ready, set, go. Yes, girl.
There were actually a lot of books that you could use for this prompt.
I couldn't really think of one, but Ninth House, because I thought I was going to be on the ladder when I started it. I don't know if y'all remember my saga, but it took me a long time to get to a part where I couldn't put the book down.
I think you hate it if you don't finish it. So
yeah,
that's the tea.
So for me,
Ninth
this
House.
is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I think it's her like a new adult or like dark fantasy realism. I don't know how you explain it. It follows Alex, Galaxy Storm. She goes to Harvard. Oh, Yale, excuse me. A little wrong eye lead.
You haven't read it in so long.
She goes to Yale. And it's like trying to figure out what the weird stuff is going on. Someone's missing. She's trying to find them. There's some secret society. It's got magic. It's a fun time. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it because you don't get to the part where it gets wild. I feel like this is a perfect example of that prompt.
Tangled web we weave.
Yeah. And then yours.
You guys know Red Rising. I do talk about this one a lot as well. But this is basically a Hunger Games retelling for adults in the space. In the space.
In the space.
In the space. With a mix of mythology and classism. Yeah, you either love or hate this book. There is a heavy white male, perspective. Obviously, that's the writer. But if you can kind of get past that and enjoy it for what it is, then the story develops into a really good time. Red Rising is not my favorite of the trilogy. Golden Sun is, which is the second book. But, it does have one of my favorite characters of all time, which is Severo. He's a crazy MFer, and I love that man. And that's all I gotta say on that. You either love it or hate it. Ask anyone around.
Number 5. Give a book for someone who needs to get in their feels.
Okay.
Ready, steady, go. What'd you pick?
Simple Wild.
Ah. What did I pick?
We are the Brennans. All right. Yes. I love both of these picks for us.
Yeah, good choices.
Y'all already know The Simple Wild is a romance that has a heavy-hitting theme underneath, and I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a fun time in Alaska. The setting is immaculate. That's actually that was one of the prompts. I was like, I should have just used this for that. But it's a good time, and if you want to cry a little, there you go.
Yes. I would also say the same for We Are the Brennans. When I say that this was a time, like, you are literally from page 1, you are on go, okay?
I know, and like, for what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the plot's not even that crazy, but like, it's so good.
It's just like the family drama. I can't even put into words. I really want this to be put into a TV show or something so we can get more of this story, because the drama should never end. I'm hoping she writes another book.
What's the book about?
The book is about, I forgot the main girl's name. What's her name? Sunday Brennan. It follows this girl. She wakes up in a hospital after getting in a car accident. She has to go back home, and she ran away from home for an untold reason.
Right.
And so it's just all of, everyone looking and trying to figure out what's going on with her, and her not saying why.
Right.
It's just a bunch of drama.
Her family is tight-knit Catholics, and they're all like, why did you leave to go to LA?
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't tell you. And they're like, okay.
She left her whole life there.
Right.
And they're like big dogs in this small town.
Right,
so
yeah.
it's just very...
They're the Brennans.
They are the Brennans. They're like an Irish family.
Yeah.
I think they literally immigrated from Ireland, like the dad.
Yeah.
Or maybe the grandfather.
I think it's a grandpa.
But yeah.
Anyway.
And so she's just kind of made a mess of her life in
drama.
LA, and she's just trying to rebuild it. And it's just
And the question is, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why is she such a mess? The whole time I was asking all these questions, I'm like,
what is
find
going
out
on?
what's going on with the Brennans.
Yes.
It was time.
Yes.
It was a time.
Feels were felt. 6. Give a book with immaculate vibes.
I love this one.
Set, go. I was looking for that one. You already snatched it.
I did.
This was a recent read for me, y'all. Vibes immaculate. Everything. From page 1.
The atmosphere.
The magic
Plots,
system.
Characters.
Everything was explained well. The plot, everything.
Vibes are immaculate. Nice.
And we're getting another one this year.
I know.
Y'all get on it. Get on it.
Red, White, and Royal Blue is a male adult romance. It follows the son of the President of the United States, and also the son of, I guess he's like the prince.
He's a prince. England.
Is it England? Don't know. It's England. It's England. Anyway. So they have like a little hate relationship because they just aren't vibing as two like very influential young people. You know, they got a lot of competition between each other. And it ends up just being a wonderful little romance that you see it coming, but then it hits you and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. So the vibes are immaculate with this book. This is such a good book. And if you haven't read it yet, highly recommend. I feel like everybody has probably recommended this book.
I think I actually recommended it in my recommends video.
But you should definitely read it. 100%. It's so good. And I'm like, is there even another book like it out there? Anyway.
The next prompt is give a book to someone who likes to be surprised.
Mine's an arc.
Mine is not.
Okay.
If anything, I got the collector's edition.
I love that book. I haven't even read it.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's so pretty.
It really is a beauty. I picked Leviathan Wakes. This is literally a space opera saga. So much happens in this book from page 7 and on. Like, you can't even
and
grasp.
the good thing is there are 14 books.
Yeah, and then the series just keeps going. So even if you think something's going to be one way, I promise you it's going to be another way. And then it'll come back somehow. Back to the way it was. I'm telling y'all. Anyway, I'm only on book 2, so I can't really say too much. Don't know everything, but the show is crazy. So yeah, if you like surprises, I would definitely recommend this. So pretty much, the solar system has been colonized. Like, humanity has branched out into the solar system. So people are Mars. People live on Mars. They're Martians. Then there are people that live in the belt, like the
asteroid belt.
Yes, and then they're the people that are mining the minerals that are on there. Then there are people that live on Earth. They're called Earthers. And so there's just different parts. So it's they kind of don't all like each other. No one really likes each other. Right. So then Holden, he's from Earth, but he lives on the belt and he is a miner and then also can pilot and do things. So they come across someone that needs help.
A distress call.
Yeah, it's just a lot happens. I don't even want to say too much, but
just from the beginning, he's basically on this ship as one of the crew, and they find out that there's a distress call. The crew goes to check it out, and then things develop from there.
Kind of, yeah. So yes, it's just they have a lot to do. So if you want all types of sci-fi surprise,
space opera, she said,
this is the book for you. I promise.
I'm going to go a different direction and go with a horror book I just read. Oh, it's called Sundial by Catriona Ward. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. And to say that it's super, super surprising, I don't want to hype it up like that, but it is full of plot twists. And you're just kind of I feel like the main feeling of it is you are pleasantly surprised by how good it is, okay? So that's the main vibe that I'm going with this book. But there are plenty of plot twists, and it will blow your mind when you read it. So I highly recommend for anybody who is into the kind of it's not super horror genre. It's it'd probably be horror light if I had to describe it. But definitely psychological. You're trying to figure out things the whole time. It's got 2 timelines where you've got present and past, and you're trying to figure out what's real and what's not. All in the desert. Oh. With a lot of family drama, because it's mainly about the main woman and her child. I'm going to read this month. It's very Omen-esque, because you're trying to figure out if this child is demented or if it's something else. Right? So it's very, very good. Highly recommend. And that is that.
Cool. Then we have give a book for someone who needs a little love. Ready? Yeah. Mine's an arc.
Okay. Only when it's us. Obviously. I've talked about this book recently. This is one of my new favorite romance series. It's by Chloe Leese, the Bergman brothers. This is the first book in the series, but I've read 1 and 2. They're both great. This one follows a grumpy sunshine trope. You've got a college setting with the main love interest being a college soccer player. She is trying to get notes from a classmate because she missed a couple of things because of a soccer game, and the classmate ends up being our main character here, Ryder. Ryder is a little grumpy kind of lumberjack character, and You know, Willa just doesn't understand why he can't give her these notes to class, okay? So she kind of gets set up to be his partner in a like class lab, and so they have to work together, forced proximity, and she starts to realize that there's more to this grumpy lumberjack than just him being a grump, okay? He might have some things that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, some things that are not about her. So
Shocking.
get it together, girl. Yeah. Like, it's not all about you being the best soccer player ever. But anyway, I just really like this one. I am definitely pro, obviously, the soccer trope, because soccer is one of the best sports of all time. And it definitely features a deaf main character, which is really great to read about as well. And yeah, I just had a really great time. It's an easy 5-star if you want a little love in your life. But definitely check the trigger warnings before you read this, because it's deep. You know, I can't be giving out romances without that little
emotional layer, which is what I would
like to segue into.
Yeah. So I don't have this book physically, which reminds me I need to go buy a copy. But it is called First Love Take 2 by Sajni Patel. It is the second book in her like Trouble with Hating You series. I don't know what she's calling the series, but it's a follow-up of some of the same characters. And this one follows, I am blanking on the character's name, but it follows she's a doctor, and she for some reason has to leave her apartment for some reason and has to end up staying with her bestie pretty much.
Bestie
was like, oh, I'm moving, you know, out of state, so you can stay in my old apartment while I'm like getting things together. But the thing is, your ex is also needs to stay there too. So now they have her ex.
They set her up.
So now her ex and
I'd be so mad at y'all.
The main character, I'm really blanking on her name. They have to stay together, and it's just a second chance, forced proximity, good old time. And it does deal with some things, mental health, stress. So if those things, you know, you might want to check out the triggers. But it is literally the sweetest thing I have ever read. It's not too spicy. The tension is on point. 5 stars. It's so good. Miss Sajni really said, I have this to give you. And it's just like it's got like some southern flair to it because they're in Texas. And like the man be cooking, but he's also an architect. I'm done.
If you can make food, man.
And you're an architect.
You're making money and you're making food.
And you look good too. And she's a doctor. She's saving lives. They are just a match. They are a match.
Made in
and it's
heaven.
a wild time. So please pick that up if you want. Number 9, give a book that's an old favorite.
This one is going to be so funny.
I'm going to surprise everyone with this one.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3.
It's Angels and Demons. Oh my. Whoa. That's a good choice. Wow.
No one has ever seen this book in their lives but me and Monique.
Yes. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Was that book 1?
This is the 3-book bind up. So there's a series.
We didn't even realize it was 3-book bind up.
Right, yeah. There's a series called Sweep by Kate Tiernan, and it basically is just like a high school series about Wicca. This main character just finds out she's a witch, and it's about her discovering, you know, who she is as a witch and like her coven and all this like fun stuff. It's just such a good series. But like, is it trash now? I don't know. I haven't done a reread in a while. But there are like 12 books in this series, and I think we have the volumes, like the volume bind up. So it's like 3 in each volume.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely an old favorite. And it's one of the books that Monique and I actually both really like.
Yeah, she got me on it, and I was like hooked. I think I still need to read like the last one. Or maybe I might have read it and just don't remember it very well.
Yeah, the last one is a little wonky because she kind of like went off her rocker with that one. I was like, you did us wrong with this one. But you know, whatever. This is definitely I mean, some could call it a cult classic. If you're a Sweep fan, leave a broom emoji down below.
See a broom?
We need to stick together. But yeah, so Sweep is my pick for this one.
And I know normally I talk about the Da Vinci Code, but I have to give credit to Angels and Demons, which is technically, I know the movie series has done this, but this is the first book in the Da Vinci Code like thing. This is the first book that starts
in the timeline.
Yeah, this is the first book that introduced Robert Langdon, who is a how do you call it? A symbologist? No, a cryptic symbologist. He studies symbols at Harvard, and he travels the world and really digs into like the Illuminati. And this was the first book that did that, and I was like eating it up. And then Da Vinci Code came out, and everyone was like obsessed, and I was like, yeah.
It's a fave.
It's a favorite.
If you know this channel, you know this is a fave.
I bring
of
up,
Monique's
yeah, this is before the Da Vinci Code.
of all time.
So if you want to get obsessed with Robert Langdon, then you go into Da Vinci Code. Then you keep going, you know. After a while, I wouldn't say every book in the series is great, but the first two definitely hit it out of the park. And then I think the last one is a book. Give a book that you think everyone should read.
Okay. This one's cake money, man.
Yeah, easy peasy. Ready,
Yep.
go. I was looking for that one too.
Snooze, you lose. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right. We had 2 copies of this. Legendborn, y'all. Please do me a favor and read Legendborn. Please.
Especially before the second book comes out.
I know. Miss Tracy really said, I have a story to tell, and
Yo, I just saw this. Do you think she's gonna make enough books to make a sword? That's cool as hell. I just noticed that.
I never noticed that. That's not on
because
the
it's not on the. It's not
I
on
got
the. Yeah, they don't have that on the hardback. That's cool. Okay, just really quick, not to interrupt you guys, but I just saw
Interrupt
this
me.
as she was like holding this. There's a sword hilt right here, so I don't want to give Miss Dion too much credit, but I feel like this is where she's going. She's gonna make a little sword with the other ones. So it
Should we say that?
Why not? That's a prediction right there, baby.
She decides to go to, I don't know how she got to college. She's 16, but she's in UNC. It's like a little program.
She's doing a program.
A gifted students program.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I want to go here. She wanted to
go like fight her dad for it, remember?
Yeah, she didn't want to go to school. She wanted to go to school because that's where her mom went to school. And her mom had recently passed. Wants to kind of do what her mom was doing. She learns about these secret societies. And is just trying to get, more about the secrets that her mom didn't tell her. And so it's just a fun time. Everyone should read it. Everything was great. I had a fun time.
It really was. When they came out with that end twist.
Yeah, I read
who was who.
I read this with Eric.
I was
from
not seeing it.
Break Even Books, and we were having the best time. Like the best time reading this. I was like, Bree. I said, when you get here, you're gonna be like, and then I'm like,
right.
Anyway, yes, we were having the best time. Okay, I will stop talking about this. I can't keep talking about it because I could. So
okay, great. I'll start talking about my book, which is Razorblade Tears. You guys know that I've been talking about this book since the dawn of time. This is a revenge plot thriller. You guys, I'm sure have heard me talk about it, but it's about 2 fathers who their sons have been murdered. Their sons were married, and they live in the South. So
they're trying to figure out
who killed their kids.
Yeah,
and I didn't know.
Ain't doing it.
Yeah, the police ain't doing not a thing. So I didn't know this is the kind of like rage that fuels me. But like, this is so up my alley. I was like, yes, kill those MFers. So I was there for it. There is definitely like some gory parts in this book. Like they talk about graphic scenes. But like for me, I don't know why. I was like, it's justified.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was all about it. But yeah, I think honestly, it is a little bit more than just a revenge plot thriller. There are obviously like other heavier notes to this book, which you'll get into once you read it. I definitely cried at the end. I was like, should it's here for my friends.
Toss a coin to
your
Witcher.
It's just so good. And, it did remind me a lot of the South that, like, I grew up in. So that was very important. Anyway, I think everybody should read this book.
Yeah,
highly recommend. 5 stars.
5 stars. 5 stars. Dun, dun.
Anyway,
those are all the recommendations that we are giving you guys. Thank you to Catherine for making this tag.
Yeah, so such a good tag, and I think everyone should do it.
Yes, and that's why we're gonna tag some people.
We are.
Let's do
May.
Yes, May. We're gonna tag Jayla.
We're gonna tag Quinn.
And let's tag Jenna.
Cool.
I like it.
And that'll be it. The quad.
I like it.
So guys, if you like this video, give it a like for us. Comment down below if you have read any of these books, if you liked any of them, didn't like them, why, whatnot. Remember that there is going to be that comment pinned down below. If 100 of you like it, Monique will be doing the intro for the next 5 videos. And subscribe if you want to support me and Monique here on our channel, and turn on that notification bell if you don't want to miss another video from us. And until our next one, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.